My friends, life will not always be easy. There will be days when the weight on your shoulders feels too heavy, when the storm clouds refuse to part, and when your heart whispers that happiness is impossible. But I am here to tell you that happiness is not the absence of problems. Happiness is the presence of power in your spirit. It is the decision to stand tall, even when life tries to push you down. You must force yourself to be happy, not because life is perfect, but because happiness is your weapon, your shield, and your light. Do you hear me? If you wait until everything is perfect to smile, you may never smile at all. But if you decide in the middle of your trial, I will rejoice, I will be grateful, I will stand, then you are rewriting the story of your pain. Happiness is not pretending that you have no problems. It is choosing to see beyond them. There will always be people who say, "How can I be happy when I am broke? How can I be happy when I am lonely? How can I be happy when life has betrayed me?" But happiness is not about the conditions outside of you. It is about the condition inside of you. You can be poor and still carry joy. You can be betrayed and still carry peace. You can be brokenhearted and still rise with a smile. Why? Because happiness is an act of power, not an accident of luck. When you force yourself to be happy, something shifts inside you. Your mind begins to change, your spirit begins to strengthen, and your circumstances begin to lose their grip over you. When you choose happiness, you are no longer a victim of life. You become a master of your response. And let me tell you this, your response to life is more important than life itself. It is not what happens to you that defines you, but how you respond. Happiness is the greatest response. So even in your darkest hour, force yourself to find one thing to be grateful for. Force yourself to lift your head and say, "I will not be defeated." Force yourself to smile at the storm, because storms do not last forever. Force yourself to carry joy like a lamp in the night, because joy is stronger than any darkness. And when you do this, you will discover that happiness is not weakness. It is strength. It is courage. It is victory. My friends, happiness is a decision. Do not wait for the world to make you happy. Choose it, live it, and guard it with all your heart. Even when life is hard, force yourself to be happy, and life itself will bend to your strength. Happiness is not an accident that falls upon you. It is not a gift that the universe decides to deliver to some and withhold from others. Happiness is a choice. It is a discipline. It is a seed you must plant, water, and protect. Even when storms rage around you, too many people are waiting for happiness to knock on their door, as if life will suddenly line up perfectly. No bills, no heartbreaks, no failures, and then, only then, they will finally smile. But life does not work that way. If you wait for perfect conditions, you will be waiting forever. Happiness must be chosen, and it must be chosen especially when life feels heavy. You see, when you understand that happiness is a choice, you stop being a prisoner of your circumstances. You stop being chained to the ups and downs of life. People lose jobs, people face sickness, people endure betrayal. But within all of that, there are those who rise and those who sink. The difference is not in the circumstances, but in the choice they make in the middle of those circumstances. One person says, "I am broken, and therefore I cannot be happy." Another says, "I am broken, but I still choose to be happy." And that choice creates a completely different destiny. Think about it. Every day, you are faced with countless opportunities to choose your attitude. You can wake up in the morning and focus on what you lack, or you can wake up and give thanks for what you still have. You can look at your life and see only obstacles, or you can see opportunities. The same storm that makes one person drown makes another person stronger, simply because of the decision they made in their heart. Happiness is not in what you own. Happiness is in how you see. Choosing happiness does not mean ignoring pain. It does not mean pretending that hardships do not exist. It means you refuse to let pain define you. It means you look your challenges in the eye and say, "You will not steal my joy." It means you understand that no matter what life takes away from you, it cannot take away your ability to decide how you will feel inside. That is your power. That is your freedom. But here is the truth. Choosing happiness requires effort. It is not easy. You must sometimes force yourself to smile when everything inside you wants to cry. You must sometimes speak words of gratitude when you feel like complaining. You must sometimes stand up with courage when your knees want to buckle. This is why happiness is a discipline. It is like a muscle. The more you choose it, the stronger it grows. The more you practice it, the more natural it becomes. And soon, you will realize that happiness is not fragile. It is unshakable because it is rooted in your decision, not in your condition. So, my friends, do not sit and wait for happiness to arrive. Do not expect life to hand you joy on a silver platter. Wake up each day and choose it. Plant it in your words, in your actions, and in your thoughts. Nurture it with gratitude. Protect it from negativity. And when life tries to break you, let happiness be your act of defiance, your declaration of strength. Happiness is not something that happens to you. It is something you deliberately choose every single day. There are people who hear the words, "Force yourself to be happy," and immediately resist. They say, "But that's fake. That's denial. How can I smile when my life is falling apart? How can I celebrate when everything around me is broken?" But listen closely. Forcing yourself to be happy is not denial. It is power. It is not pretending the pain doesn't exist. It is declaring that the pain will not control you. It is not running away from reality. It is facing reality with strength, with courage, and with a spirit that refuses to be crushed. When you choose happiness in the middle of hardship, you are practicing faith. Faith is not believing only when things are good. Faith is believing when everything is against you. Faith is saying, "This situation may be dark, but light is coming. This battle may be hard, but I will not lose my joy." Happiness, then, becomes an expression of faith. Faith that the storm will pass. Faith that you are stronger than the trial. Faith that your future is brighter than your present pain. Every time you force yourself to smile when your heart is heavy, you are planting a seed of faith in the soil of your life. But happiness is also strength. Weakness collapses under pressure. Weakness gives up when pain grows too loud. But strength says, "I may be hurting, but I will rise." Strength says, "I may have tears in my eyes, but I will not lose my smile." Forcing yourself to be happy does not mean you are blind. It means you are strong enough to see the problem and still carry joy in your spirit. And that strength builds resilience. Every time you push through sorrow with a heart of gratitude, you are training yourself to endure. Every time you choose joy instead of despair, you are building spiritual muscles that make you unshakable. Let me tell you this. Resilience is not born in easy times. Resilience is born in fire. It is born when you are tested, when you are stretched, when life seems unfair. And yet, when you force yourself to be happy, you are telling the fire, "You will refine me, but you will not destroy me." That is resilience. You become like a tree planted by the water. Winds may blow, storms may come, but you still stand tall, still rooted, still alive. Now here is the secret ingredient that makes forced happiness powerful: gratitude. Gratitude transforms forced happiness into real happiness. Gratitude takes your eyes off what you have lost and places them on what you still have. Gratitude lifts your spirit from despair and places it on hope. When you say, "I will be thankful for even the little things in my life," you discover that happiness grows. The more grateful you are, the more resilient you become. Gratitude fuels strength, and strength fuels joy. So I tell you today, stop thinking of happiness as denial. Think of it as defiance. Defiance against sorrow. Defiance against hopelessness. Defiance against the enemy that wants to see you crushed. Happiness is your banner of victory. Happiness is your declaration that life may be hard, but you are harder. Happiness is your sign that even though the night is long, the morning will come. When you force yourself to be happy, you are not lying. You are leading your spirit into the future you desire. My friends, do not be ashamed to force yourself into joy. Do not feel guilty for choosing to smile while others complain. You are not pretending. You are practicing faith. You are demonstrating strength. You are cultivating resilience. And that resilience will carry you through storms, through valleys, through darkness, until you emerge into light again. This is the power of forcing yourself to be happy. It is not denial, it is destiny. My friends, life is a battlefield. It will test you, it will shake you, and it will try to steal your joy. But never forget this truth. Happiness is not found in the absence of problems. It is found in the presence of your decision. You can choose it when the world says you should collapse. You can carry it when others surrender to despair. You can force yourself to be happy, not as a mask, but as a weapon. Faith in your heart, strength in your soul, resilience in your spirit. Every time you smile in the storm, you are declaring victory over defeat. Every time you give thanks in the middle of loss, you are proving that your spirit cannot be broken. And every time you choose joy, even when life feels unbearable, you are writing a new story for your future. Happiness is not weakness, it is courage. It is the light that leads you out of darkness. It is the force that keeps you standing when everything else pushes you to fall. So walk out of here today with a decision. Not tomorrow, not someday, today, choose happiness. Force yourself to be happy even when life is hard. Because when you do, you will rise above the storm. You will carry unshakable strength, and you will discover that no circumstance has the power to steal the joy you protect within your heart. Happiness is yours. Claim it, live it, and let it shine through you until your life becomes a beacon of hope for everyone around you.